To do this, we will start by defining a systematic review, then explain the importance of conducting a systematic review, the steps involved in carrying it out, and end with a brief conclusion. So, what is a systematic review? It is defined as the examination of a clearly formulated research question from a specific field using systematic methods to identify, select, and qualitatively synthesize relevant knowledge that meets predefined eligibility criteria. Its main features are explicit, reproducible methodology, systematic and exhaustive literature search, assessment of validity of included studies, and synthesis and systematic presentation of the characteristics and results of the included studies. Why conduct a systematic review? Systematic reviews are important because they examine and criticize the contradictory claims made in numerous publications, raising reliability issues that may affect factual practice and information in general, to overcome the lack of time and of informational skills of researchers and practitioners in various fields to locate, analyze, and sort this information, inform decision-making, and help build new policies. So, how to conduct a systematic review? Carrying out a systematic review is a complex task requiring a rigorous scientific approach consisting of several well-defined stages, which can be grouped into the following 6 points. The first step here is the systematic review research question, which must be well-defined, clear, interesting, new, logical, and relevant. 2 tools are generally used, PICO and SPIDER. PICO includes population, intervention, comparison, and outcome. It's mainly used to synthesize quantitative data. SPIDER includes sample, phenomenon of interest, design, evaluation, type of research, has been proposed as a method for qualitative research for mixed methods. The second step is to define keywords from the search theme and find their synonyms. Keywords must be brief, concise, and relevant. After formulating the keywords, search equations must be constructed using Boolean operators such as or, and not, to obtain a set of words for a relevant search. And is used to combine words that must necessarily be present in the document obtained. Or serves a union of several words with strategy is usually used to associate synonyms or related concepts. And not, it's used to exclude words from the search equation. We can see an example for search equation with Boolean operators, health and climate change or Africa. After the research question, we recommend a preliminary search to guarantee the validity of the proposed idea, to avoid repeating questions that have already been addressed, and to answer that we have a sufficient number of articles to complete the analysis. Indeed, if you ignore this step, our study risks being cancelled if we discover that a similar study has already been published. This means we're wasting our time dealing with a problem that has long since been addressed. To do this, we can start with a simple search in PubMed or Google Scholar. With regard to inclusion and exclusion criteria, these are articles containing information that answer our research question. Example, date, location, accessibility of article. But the most important thing is that the information should be clear and sufficient, whether positive and negative, to answer the question, and that it should be stated in advance to avoid any bias on the part of the researcher. The fifth step concerns database searching. Researchers need to select at least 2 databases that are relevant to their research topic. Here are just a few examples of health-related databases: PubMed, PLOS ONE, Science Direct, Cochrane, BMC, Emerald. Also, the construction of third equation depends on each database. The final step is data extraction and analysis. All data records are collected in a library, either EndNote, Excel, and Zotero, in order to remove duplicates. All references that first have the same title and author and were published in the same year, and those that have the same title and author and were published in the same journal should be deleted. References remaining after this step should be analyzed according to inclusion and exclusion criteria. In conclusion, we can say that a systematic examination is important before any scientific work. Unlike other types of review, it uses explicit, reproducible, systematic methods, inform decision-making, and help build new policies. Thank you for kind attention. We are open to any question you may have before we start the demonstration on Zotero software.
Sure, please.
Hello.
Okay, fine.
Laura.
Okay, we can leave it.
Hi. Yeah, so thank you so much for the presentation. I just wanted to ask on the, um, like you presented around tutorial in for synthesizing the papers and, like removing the duplicates and everything else for the systematic review. I just wanted to ask, can we also use other platforms such as Mendeley for the same action, or are these like the only acceptable um methods of actually uh removing duplicates and everything else? Thank you so much.
Aziza, did you hear that question from Laura?
Madam Rolanda, please, can you repeat your question?
So it was Laura. I think, Laura, you were a bit soft, but I think what you were asking is if a person can use other, well, are you talking about referencing software like Mendeley?
Yeah, so because there's only mention of 3 there, so I was just like, are these the ones that are like is it like commonly used, or are they the mandated ones, or you can also use others such as Mendeley thing?
Aziza, did you get that? Aziza, can you hear?
Madam, please, write the question in the chat because I understand the law.
Okay. So Laura, if you could maybe just type your question in the chat, please. Don't mind.
All right, I will. Thank you.
Okay, so while we wait for that, I don't know if you guys have seen, I posted about Zotero. Let me just post it again. So this will be the link. This is Zotero software, and there's also a YouTube video, but Aziza will shortly go through this with us. Okay. I think while we wait for the questions from Laura to come through on the chat, Aziza, do you want to get ready to show us demonstration?
Yes, madam, I'm ready.
Okay. So do you want to stop share and share another screen?
Now I will demonstrate for essential elements of Zotero that will help you with your documents, uploads, and systematic review writing. I will always be open after the training if anyone needs assistance. Before, why Zotero and not EndNote? In addition to being a bibliography management tool, it has the advantage of being free and open source, making it accessible to a wide audience at no cost. What is more, Zotero offers easy integration with web browsers, enabling users to collect bibliographic references directly from advanced web pages. Zotero is also an
Sorry, Aziza.
excellent tool.
Are you meant to share another screen? Because we can't see that screen. We can't see another screen if you were meant to share another screen. But this is zero.
Zotero is also an excellent tool for collaborative work. The first element I want to show you is the Zotero interface and its functionality since I already have the software. I open the software, the Zotero software. Here I create the folder from this tab and rename it DSI Africa. Here is a folder DSI Africa I create. And I can create folders such as maternal health, mental health, and environmental health. Sub-collection. Environmental health. This is the library in which the folder I'm going to create will be located. Here, an example of my library. And within each folder, we can see subfolder classified according to other theme: Abidjan, access to water, climate change, and its wave for Abidjan, Côte d'Ivoire, Africa, and the world. In the middle are the document download from the various methods defined in the presentation. Example, it is the document download in access to water, sanitation, and hygiene. On the right are the document details. When I click on a document, I can have all the information about the document, such as the date, the abstract, the title. I can even make notes here about the document here. If I have a title of year of publication of a document in mind that I'm looking for, I can quickly do my search here. Example, barrier to access improved. Here we have the magic wand for importing documents based on their DOE or ISBN for download the documents. To synchronize and save your document, click on Edit, Preferences, and Synchronization. We can also read the document here and underline, then as you wish. Example, I click on a document. I can see a document and I underline them as we wish and add some notes here. Okay. Here is here are the various work group created with my team, with the aim of sharing of the documents that might be useful to one of use with you going through email, WeTransfer, or other means. And to create groups, I go to this link, zotero.org. Zotero.org. Login. Here you can see that all my document data on Zotero are also saved here because of the synchronization. And that means I can access my document even on my phone or another computer if I'm in a hurry. To create the group, I go to group. I go to group. Here are all the group created with my team. Aziza Ouattara, its team, and PhD students its. I go to create a new group and name it DSI Africa example. DSI Africa. I choose whether I want it to be public or private and click here. Create a group. I go back to the group I create. Bibliographie web. Group. Okay. Okay. I save setting. Okay. Yeah. Here I can describe the group's purpose and give a different area. Yeah, area and describe the group. To add my team members, to go to member setting here, and send more invitation. I enter everyone's email address and click on invite members. Invite members. Example. Can anyone give me one of these emails?
Are there any
Oh,
volunteers? If not, you can take my email. A volunteer. It's Rolanda or post it in the chat. Rolanda.julius@uct.ac.za.
okay. Okay.
There's another one in the chat, Aziza.
Okay, madam. Koulibaly Mamadou 25@gmail.com. Okay. Sorry, I'm going to take 3 people as we don't have enough time.
Okay, sure.
After I can add your email. So everyone will receive an invitation email that they must accept to join the group. Madame Rolanda, have you received email? Mamadou?
No. Not yet, but that's not uncommon for you to see.
A invitation mail to accept your invitation by.
Yeah, I have received it. Yeah, on my side.
Okay.
Yeah, I think Gmail will be easier actually, to work out quicker. then the institutional email.
Okay. Neoni. Okay. After add the member, you can request your Zotero software again, and the group will appear in which you can create folders for each member and share your documents, which will be visible to all. Zotero. Okay. Okay. Here you can see the group DSI Africa I create on my account DSI Africa, and you can create folder of each member and share your documents which will be visible to all. Example, Madame Colonda.
No, I have received the email yet, but like I say, the institutional emails are often take a bit of time. But the others that have joined with their Gmail, can you confirm?
Okay, Madame. Mamadou Koulibaly. Okay, this is a group of GSI Africa. The third point is quoting references when you are writing. I go to a text at the end of a paragraph that I want to support with an author. Okay, I go to Zotero, which appears here. Okay, Zotero. I go to Zotero. I go to Zotero, which appears here. Edit citation, add citation. I choose the citation style. Okay. And I chose the citation style I want again the language. I click on OK. I will see this window open. Window open. I click on Classic View to fetch my documents. For example, a review of severage. I click to OK. Here is the citation of author by Zotero. And I go to the folder where I want to retrieve the document. Click on the document I'm interested in and OK. Zotero again, Zotero, add citation, classic view, and here I can also add several authors at once. I do the same process, but this time I click on multiple sources. I select all the document I want and OK. Okay, I click here. Second paper, OK, I click here. 3 paper, OK, I click here. 4 paper, OK, I click here. When I finish, I click OK. I click OK, and here's the several author citation here after the paragraph. Then I can create the bibliography reference automatically by clicking on Zotero. I click the Zotero again. Zotero add bibliography. Okay. 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 Here there is the citation bibliography, references bibliography, right automatically after the writing your text. Now, if one of the journal in which I want to publish your article asks you to cite your authors in another state like Chicago, Manuel, or you had sit in the American Psychological Association still, you go to Zotero, document preferences, you choose the citation style, American Psychological Association APA, and OK. And did update quickly. Other example, document preferences, Elsevier avals. Okay. You see the refresh the citation reference bibliographic. And nature. Okay. Okay, donc so it updates quickly the refresh reference bibliography. The last step is to download documents for databases, which is one of the steps in a systematic review. For example, I go to PubMed, enter my words, and launch the research. Okay. PubMed. Advanced. Enter a search theme. Example, health, date, and maternal. Add with or Africa. Add with not environmental. Okay. Research. This is the results. Documents. Health or maternal, not Africa, not environmental. I click on the Zotero extension here. Okay, the connection. Maternal depression and infant attachment security, oral health related quality of life scores. And I click on the Zotero extension in the top right hand corner to retrieve the document and store them in one of the folders I've created. Select all. Okay. After the download, I click here and done. Okay. I see here the folder Neo, all the documents upload. The impact of paid maternal leave, maternal mental health. The Zotero extension takes the form of the documents you want to download. If it's a link, it will be in blue. If it's a several documents, it will be in a folder. So thank you for your kind attention. If there are any question.
Wow, this is great, Aziza. Thanks for this demo. It was really helpful. There were some questions in the chat from earlier. And I'm sure some folks have some more questions. Let me just get to the first question. So Laura mentioned that you mentioned that there's 3 platforms that you use in systematic reviews for removing duplicates. Examples, Zotero, EndNote. Are these the only platforms to use? Or do you recommend it for systematic reviews? Or are there other platforms such as Mendeley? Can that one also be used?
For the question, number 1, yes, I can delete the duplicates on Excel and EndNote or Zotero. There are the free software and tool.
Okay. And
You
then,
can use for Excel. You can use Excel for duplicate the document after download.
okay. And then, Olorun Femi asked if there's a difference between a review paper and a systematic review paper. Or are they one and the same?
The systematic review is more detailed, is more specific.
Okay.
The question of Omobodlade, the difference between review paper and systematic review is the systematic review is more specific. In more detail with the methods.
And isn't it a systematic review as a minimum criteria that needs to be followed, right?
Yes.
Whereas the review paper is usually just more open. Like, oh, that's what I'm thinking, but I don't know. Right. And then I had a question. Oh, so the part where you were showing your paragraph and inserting the citations. So I wanted to know if you export that Word document, does the citation still stay live? For example, it makes that gray highlighting part. You understand what I mean?
No, madam. Can you repeat for your question or writing in the chat?
Sure. I'll write it in the chat, but I'm not sure if I'll be able to explain it that well. But there where you add your citations, right? So at one point you added 4 citations. But then if you can go back there to your paragraph, you'll see that there's a gray that like highlights them gray. Yeah, so if you go to where you added the citations, not the bibliography,
Okay. Document of
Oh.
reference.
Oh, I see there's a button for unlinked citations. That's what I wanted to ask. Yeah. But if you scroll
Yes.
up now, so if you scroll up to in the edit the citation,
Okay, madam.
sorry, I mean the other down, the other way.
Okay.
If you scroll to the top of your page,
D'accord.
yes, I just wanted to check if there's a way you can unlink that citation link so that it doesn't, so that when you export the file or you send it to somebody else, it doesn't have that highlighting part. Because then sometimes, I know in my experience of Mendeley, then it would be a bit corrupted. But I think we get the gist. All right, are there any last questions for us, Lisa? Before we close up? Oh, so and Gusi is also asking if there's any additional materials that you will share, Aziza. So with the permission, I will, if Aziza allows, she will share a slide with me, and then I will share it with you guys, plus any other additional material, like the link to the Zotero and the YouTube video. All right then. Thanks so much, Aziza, for your demonstration and your presentation today. I think it was very helpful. We all learned something today, even if we thought we knew. There's always something to learn about some software or some tips and tricks. So thank you very much for sharing that with us. And thank you so much to the audience for joining us today. And hope to see you next month for Emmanuel's demonstration. I will share some details of that soon with everyone. So thanks so much, everyone. Have a good day further.
Thank you, madam. Afterwards, I will be able to share with Madame Rolanda a file with all the details of Zotero various functions.
Right, great. Thanks, Aziza. Thanks, everyone.
Okay, thank you, everyone.
Thank you. Bye.